Luke, I am not the father. Mari here. It is Stefan Fragrance back again. Thank you for clicking the video and thank you for coming back. It is getting chilly. I know that Dan Spanos says that, oh, come to Michigan, wherever he lives. It's colder over there. You know what? To me, 60 degrees is a little chilly, but I am down to go there and I'm down to watch the snowflakes come. Anyways, this is the top 10 worst reactions to fragrances that I have worn. Stick around.
I've been waiting my whole life. I've been waiting on that door. Been waiting on you for the knock knock. Happens every day, happens every day. Won't you check out my vids? Check out my views, really see how I'm doing. To the top, small fries don't stop. And you're clicking one more time. One more time, that means a whole lot, whole lot.
Alright, hopefully that was enough for the intro. Number 10 on the list is something, so as I'm going through 10 to number 1, 10's gonna be not so bad of a reaction. Number 1 is gonna be the worst reaction. So, number 10, and before we start, I know everyone tells me, you are talking about the same fragrances over and over again. We know your fragrances already. We know them by heart. Well, let me tell you what. I don't have that many fragrances. And I do have some stuff coming in the mail. Shout out to Fragrance Journey. Shout out to George. Shout out to EJ Wells. Shout out to everyone who sends me some stuff to smell because I really appreciate that. Now, number 10. You might have seen this before. But number 10. Worst reaction was... Now, let me preface this. My brother, younger brother, he's in the Air Force. He's named Zachary. He's about 20-something years old. He's not 21 yet, but he is a grown dude, and he loves... I really got him into Nautica Voyage. The first fragrance he ever owned, and he loves it, and he really likes it. And he's gone through some of my bottle and a lot of his as well. So, very fresh, very aquatic, but I picked this one up. This Penguin Premium Blend, or Original Blend, and though I've heard some great things from my man Carlos over at over at Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. Carlos, let me do a remix of that. Anyways, this the iconic blend is supposed to be good. This is supposed to be, to me it's okay, and to my brother as well. He smelled it. The first time he smelled it, I said, what do you think, man? Do you think it's better than Nautica Voyage? And he's like, it's a little too musky. It's a little too kind of old manish. So I do agree with him. So that's worst reaction number 9, because I forgot number 10, which is Aqua Amara. So we're going a little backwards. Aqua Amara, people don't... Oh, you can't even see this. People don't like this. Why? Because every time I go eat sushi, I wear this salty seaweed tangerine blast, and people say, what the fudge, man? Stop wearing that. I will still wear it every time I go out to eat sushi because of that seaweed note. Anyways, some people don't like it, some people do like it, but first reaction, it's not that bad of a reaction. Anyways, that's the 10 and 9. Number 8. I went out to a sophisticated place. You might know it as Jack in the Box. And I wore a little bit of this, a little bit of the Sauvage cologne, the Ventana. And also, I kind of did a little double dose. I did both. You can't really see these that well, can you? A little double dose of the Encre Noir and this Ventana, and I did one spritz of Encre Noir and the Ventana on my shoulders, and the dude who's working there said, what is that? And he was kind of like a little bit like this. He said, so what is that? And I said to him, which one? This one or this one? and he smelled me. He smelled the chest area, and he's like, not that. And he smelled my other side. He's like, yeah, that's the one. So, not a great reaction. One of my worst reactions to Encre Noir. This is more of a niche kind of thing. It's more of you either hate it or you love it. Most people just love this marshmallow vibe. Number 7. Let's go on to number 7. Cuba Prestige. You've seen this before. Shotgun. This is great, syrupy, very strong, and kind of like a Le Male type of vibe, but clubbing kind of fragrance. But it's the first time I sprayed this, very much so, it was all over the cabin of the freaking, what is that called? A bus. We were on the bus, and everyone could smell it, and it was too much. It was cloying. So that's another thing to note. Do not go crazy on this one. Number 7. Lapidus Pour Homme. I've never had someone actually come up to me and say, this is too much. This is more of a reverse reaction for myself, because I have sprayed only sometimes just one spray of this, on my wrist, just to figure out how it compares to certain other fragrances, and it has knocked my brains out. Be like, I'm like halfway through the day, I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like trying to rub this stuff off because it's so potent. So if you want a potent banger from the 80s, something that is a powerhouse, go for Ted Lapidus. I swear to God. Kuros is good and it'll get you compliments, but this, if you're going a hardcore style, Ted Lapidus is the way to go. Number 6. No, 10? Yeah, 6. Is the gold bottle, I don't know why you can't see this, but gold bottle Halston Man Amber. And the reason why it was the worst reaction was because I got this with my cousin as well, and he was from Mexico, and he smelled it on me, and I really liked it. I was kind of impressed the first time I smelled it. I was a little let down, but kind of impressed. And he smelled it, and he said, I think it was a little too different for him. He said, you know that thing that you look at, that like amber crystallized insect in the movie, that dinosaur movie? What is it called? George loves this. My friend George. It's Jurassic Park. Yes. Very many eras, but Jurassic is one of them. And Jurassic Park. That little amber insect, this is what it smells like. Okay? Get you some of this. Not the best reaction for my cousin, though. Number 4. I'm skipping a couple. Okay. Oh, yeah. This is number 4. Yeah. This is Unforgivable from Sean John. And the reason why this is one of my worst reactions was because I was cooking up steaks at the steakhouse, and I was having a fun time, and someone told me, hey man, you smell like my grandpa, my tío, my uncle. Tío is uncle in Spanish. And he said, what the hell, man? You remind me of my mother-in-law, my father-in-law. So, yeah, not a great reaction, but anyways, even worse than that, getting worse and worse. Sung Om, brought to you by Dan Spanos, the man himself. Chic. This is a purple juice, really nice. This got me a bad reaction when I was working at the same spot I was working when I wear this. The place down under, making the steaks at freaking the steakhouse. It's not, nothing's really nothing's Australian about the awesome or the blossom, you know, the Aussie blossom. It's not really Australian. But cooking up steaks, I put this on, and this girl who I was working with, lovely lady, and we were friends, and she said to me, there's something that's giving me some allergic reaction. And she was she was coughing and she was achoo! And I was like, ugh, it might be, is it maybe my cologne, my fragrance? And she said, she smelled me and she's like, yeah, that's probably it. And I'm like, let me just stay clear from you. And I mean, I tried not to spray so much when I was near her, so that was a bad reaction. Anyways, I forgot. Boop, boop, boop. Dang it. There we go. Number 2, because we're getting into the nitty gritty. This is Oscar de la Renta, Gentleman. The worst reaction comes from none other than my mother herself, my mom, Rosalinda Wenk, and she, or Perez Medina, and she told me this, because this is kind of a funny one, because, or funny reaction, because she told me she really, in her days, because she used to sell some fragrances back in the day, and she told me Oscar de la Renta is one of the best ones, the best smelling ones. And I bought this kind of based on that fact. And when she smelled it, she said, what? She's like, did you take a shower today? She said, this smells like body odor. And I said, what? I'm like, what? This is cardamom, cardamom blast, baby. And she's like, no. Oh, and every time she smelled it, she's not a fan. So that is a bad reaction right there from the mom. All right, number 1. Never to be duplicated ever. Except for maybe Polo Green. Sturgis. Jaguar for men. This is the aromatic fougere. A lot of basil. Someone was telling me in the comments, I forgot your name, but let me know down below. I remember the huge basil note, or basil, and a lot of kind of green fougere type of vibes to it. So the reaction that I got from this was, I put this on my skin and it really did not smell great coming off of my skin. When we went out to eat with my dad and his wife, my stepmom, and my other brothers and sisters, and she said someone sprayed too much cologne on, and Aki out there, she is more sensitive to the fragrances, and I know a lot of people are sensitive to fragrances, and this was one of those cases where it was too much. I had too much of this on, and it was kind of just disrupting how we were eating. It's like, what the hell? Who's wearing something crazy on? And it was me. My fault. I will take the blame. Get at me. Take me down. That's fine. People go crazy sometimes, okay? And they go crazy with the Jaguar men. So this was my worst reaction. Please, for the love of God, do not spray this more than 2 times. This is crazy. And why I like the very potent fragrances is so that you don't spray them too much. But sometimes you get kind of acquainted with the smell and you want to just bop, 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 and you go a little too hard. So don't go, please, kind of try to constrain yourself. That's what I'm trying to do nowadays, and I think it's okay. Take a little atomizer with you, and don't offend people. Don't get very bad reactions like I got. Anyways, that's about it. Those are my top 10 worst reactions to fragrances. I hope you guys are having a great time here on YouTube. Great time today. Check out TLTG Reviews. Check out Mr. Cheap Sense. Check out my man, Mr. Miami Cuddles. Check out Centaur Fragrance. Check out Outlaw Frags. He's an awesome dude. Check out Gent Sense. Check out Cubano. Check out another good one is Redolescence. Another good one is Carlos from Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. We've got Legit Sense Collector, Miles, my man. We've got Aparicio. We've got a bunch of dudes, Aussie Fragrance, holding it down. He's got a Facebook group. Check him out. Aussie Fragrance Lounge, I believe. Dan Spanos, he is the moderator. He is the dude who gets everything going. Check out Chad at A Gentleman's Journey. Yes, indeed. And check out who's been posting a little bit lately is Robes08 Mark and hashtag hobby. He does it for his own kind of going on this journey. So if you are interested in his journey, he's not paid for this. He does it for his own love for it. Check him out at Robes08. Joy and Mean is an awesome reviewer. Who else? We got Scent Nation. Scent Nation's a cool dude. We got Scents from South Jersey, I believe. We've got Georgia Scent. We've got a bunch of dudes, man, a bunch of guys. We've got, and then girls, we've got Curly Scents. We've got, there's another girl that, Clements Fragrance, I believe. Demi Rawling, of course. Shouts out to you guys. You guys are doing lots of good work. So, you guys take it easy. Toodles.